So VinUni students are all very academically gifted. That's a given. All of our students are quite outstanding academically. But what a lot of people may not realize is they actually have a lot of worldly knowledge and experience. So a lot of our students have studied abroad for high school, for university even, and they come to VinUni with a lot of that experience and knowledge. So what I like to do in my classes is really take advantage of that. And when we're introducing a new topic, I like to elicit from my students what they already know and what they've already experienced about this particular topic. Because I find that they know more than we think they know. And if you can draw that knowledge into the classroom, I find it's a much more engaging experience for the students. One thing to be mindful of is VinUni students are extremely ambitious. And I notice that they can often take on a lot of additional projects and activities outside of the classroom. So it's very important to be mindful that they have very busy schedules and they can often overcommit to different activities. So in my classes, I always like to ask students periodically throughout the course what kinds of activities they're doing and how much time they're devoting to those activities so that I can balance my coursework with their other commitments. The only way to get that information is by having discussions with students and trying to be flexible to balance your course with all of the other activities that they're doing.
VinUni students, they are very open-minded, very smart, talented. Sometimes they ask a lot of questions, and the questions can be very challenging. So that's why I have to be very well prepared for any discussion in my class, which I may not expect it beforehand. For example, one time in my accounting class, I taught my students about accounting fraud. And the purpose is for them to recognize and to avoid accounting fraud in the future. But then some students raise questions about how they can use accounting fraud in their future company. So at that moment, I had to open a discussion to the whole class and try to guide the student into a more ethical way of accounting. So that is a very funny example. So my advice is we should be very well prepared for each session, and we may need to prepare for student questions even though you may not anticipate it beforehand.
Our students actually have been all top students from their high schools and their hometowns and their cities. But as soon as they join the VinUni University, they'll quickly realize that they are not anymore the best or the top students. They are actually surrounded by all the best students from the different areas of the Vietnam and all over the world. So this kind of situation can be quite stressful or sometimes overwhelming. There can be other sources of stresses like the new environment and dealing with new people and living in dormitory far from their hometown. So altogether, they can be really stressed. It would be a great idea if faculty members can facilitate collaboration rather than competition in the classroom. Our students can learn how they can be a good part of the new community. In sum, our students can learn they can be the best still as a team, not as an individual.